Welcome back to Blockchain Radio. I'm Pierre Bourque in Ottawa, Canada, where it's warm. By gosh, is it warm? But it may even be warmer where our next guest is located, Kyle Kemper in Carlsbad, California. Kyle, welcome to Blockchain Radio. I said this before we came on to the show. You're so close to the ocean. I envy that you can just go dip a toe whenever you want.
Oh, thanks, Pierre. Great to be on the show. And yeah, one of the great things about being in California is we've got this big, beautiful Pacific Ocean. And it's a 5-minute drive away where I can be dipping my toes in the ocean.
Great. Well, look, we're going to talk about Swiss Key. We've done so in the past. It's absolutely fantastic what you're trying to do here with Swiss Key, but some big developments on that. So we've got some breaking news for our listeners. Talk to us about what's going on with Swiss Key.
Yeah, so I mean, we've just been, for the last 10 months, we have been gathering partners and evaluating all the best different technologies in the space. And we're aggregating it all into a suite of products, which we'll be bringing to the market very soon. And today we just announced the launch of the Swiss Key Kit as a way for people who believe that crypto should be accessible, simple, and secure for everybody on Earth. The Swiss Key Kit is a way that people can support the project. So we announced that today, listed on the website, and are pushing that out because we really believe in the power of community and the power of movement, and that by affording people the opportunity to participate and be part of something, it leads to it having a greater chance at success and impacting the world in a positive manner.
Excellent. Now, the Swiss Key website for our listeners as we go ahead and talk here, Kyle, if they want to check if they're near a web browser or they want to pull it up on their phone, what is the web address for the Swiss Key?
It's just swisskey.io.
Swisskey.io. So, folks, if you're listening and you want to check that out as you listen, go to swisskey.io. Now, Kyle, I should have mentioned too that you're an author and the author of the Unified Wallet and part of the kit. So let's go through what's in the kit. But before we do that, just explain for our listeners what Swiss Key is all about. What instigated you to do that, and what's the for the user?
Great question, Pierre. So Swiss Key at the core is, I mean, you could say Barack Obama once called Bitcoin like having a Swiss bank account in your pocket. I think it's actually more like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency is like having a Swiss bank in your pocket. And when you have a Swiss bank account, you get a number and you get a key. And we have kind of embodied this in this understanding that in order to use cryptocurrency, in order to use blockchain, you need to be able to store your keys somewhere. And this is like the killer app required in blockchain and cryptocurrency is the wallet, is the place where you actually send, receive, request money, and store your value and track your value. And I have been in the industry since 2013. I've launched Bitcoin ATMs. I've introduced the technology to so many people, and the wallet is always the first place to start. And it's also like one of the more difficult steps in the process. And I've been and I wrote a book called The Unified Wallet, exploring what is possible when we're in full control of our money, our identity, and our data. And Swiss Key is the kind of the next step on that. So we've gone out and we've queried the industry for the best technologies that make it really accessible, and we're taking those and we're actually working with the companies behind them and upgrading their solutions and bringing it all underneath the Swiss Key banner. So we've got a physical card that is an NFC enabled crypto wallet that is just the easiest way to store Bitcoin in a familiar form factor. You can give Bitcoin, you can transfer Bitcoin into it and off of it. And then we have the digital wallet, the mobile app, the super wallet that will allow you to store one of over 25 different cryptocurrencies, and then also support all the thousands of different ERC20 tokens, the Ethereum tokens, and more, all in one convenient, accessible, easy to use, secure wallet where you are in full control. One of the most important messages about crypto is this old saying, not your keys, not your coins. And I've spun that a little bit, saying your keys, your coins. And that is the motto of Swiss Key. We are giving you control over your keys. So you have your keys, your control, your keys, your coins, your keys, your crypto.
Now, you and I have known each other long enough to for me to be able to say this. You are an early adopter. You have been an early adopter. Here in Ottawa, when we first met, you operated one of the very first Bitcoin ATMs and about it on local Ottawa radio. But you've been an adopter of many of the different new facets that have come along with this revolution, and it's been fascinating. So I ask this question. I'm going to guess that over the period of time that you've been engaged in this space, you've seen many wallets come and go. You've tried many, some things, different features that you've liked on some that you didn't like. It's one thing for any one of us as a consumer or a user to say, "Oh, I like this better than that, or that better than this." I like Netflix better than Prime. I like Prime better than Netflix, whatever that happens to be. But what prompted you to actually take it to the next level and say, "You know what? I know what I like, and I know what I'm not getting, and I'm taking that, and I'm going to actually create it." Like that's a whole different frame of mind.
It certainly is. And I think and thank you for saying all that, Pierre. Um, as an early adopter and as kind of a technologist, I've been able to kind of watch and evaluate and play with so many different solutions. And I actually have a background in app development as well. So in terms of the user experience, like there are like been paying very close attention to the different solutions that are out there. And I would akin where we are in cryptocurrency, like let's parallel it to the internet. I think we're like, we're coming up to like AOL timing for crypto compared to the internet. Before AOL, there were a lot of disparate services. It worked. People, the very early adopters understood it. Let's also understand that in cryptocurrency, there's only about 50 to 100 million people total in this space in a planet of almost 8 billion people. So there is still a lot of room to grow. And we're going to see, and what really kind of like, got me thinking is how are these other 7.9 billion people going to come into crypto? Where are they going to go? It's got to be easier than the way it has been done. The way it has been done has involved either trusting in custodians, like which are exchanges or brokers that hold your keys. So they break that rule of not your keys, not your coins, or they fill that rule. And then we have all the self-custody wallets that have made you write down 12 or 24 words. Now, that is an unknown experience for most people. They're just not used. They've never had to write down 12 or 24 words in order to use a new service. Like that is a major point of friction. And that is something that we've solved. And what really the real opportunity was with our partner Edge Wallet. So Edge out of San Francisco, run by Paul Pui, they've put over 20 years worth of man hours into developing Edge Wallet. It is a vertically integrated, amazing solution. And I love it, and I've been recommending it to people. And last year I was over in Switzerland and I was introducing it to people there. Now, there were a couple little things about it that I would have liked to have improved. And I talked to Paul about it, and he suggested that we work together, and that he actually encouraged me to start what became Swiss Key. And build it out on that. So we're taking Edge Wallet and we're making some modifications. So when as soon as you open it, you're going to be presented with a very simple option of send money or request money or view your wallets. So trying to bring about just really, really easy user experience for people. And then the other thing is this Swiss Key brand is really embodying some of these Swiss values around quality, privacy, neutrality,
Integrity.
neutrality. um, yeah, and
So
that's where that's what we've done. And
all
I
right.
decided
So
to jump on this.
yeah, and I find that fascinating. So look, You have this package and the Swiss Key Kit, as you talked about it. By the way, I can't let go by the fact that I just noticed here that you've got a signed copy of an upcoming ebook coming out, Swiss Key, the Digital Lifeguard. So I know of the Unified Wallet. I was at the book launch last year, and I have my own copy, which you were kind enough to sign. But now a new book. Tell us about that.
So great. Thank you for bringing that up. Yeah. So part of the package is going to be a physical signed copy of the upcoming ebook, Swiss Key, the Digital Lifeguard. That's the working title right now. And this is kind of the continuation. You might call it the sequel to Unified Wallet, but it's also kind of a manifesto and a user guide. The wallet is very powerful. The mobile app is very powerful. It can do a lot. And if you think about video games back in the day, when you bought a video game, inside the case was the user guide that explained to you how it worked, what the buttons were, what the mission is, what the purpose is, etc. And we don't really get those anymore with apps. Most apps are very self-explanatory, and they're simple. A photo filters app, simple. A tape measure app, it's simple. Those are the simple apps. But really, Swiss Key is a super app. It is an app that combines money, it's going to digital identity and data, and it also can be the key to your digital self that you're in full control of. So I think it's important that we provide people with a user guide, with something to reference, and we'll create lots of educational content to help guide people on their journey. But at the core of this book is about some manifesto in why we need this technology, why it's so critically important, especially during these current times we're going through, that we have this, and the purpose and what it makes possible. And then B is how you can use it and see how you actually use it. So that's where
So
we're at, and it's in development right now.
So let me ask you this: in all the time that you've been in the space, all the people. I mean, you're a global traveler. You've been to conferences in this space around the world. You've had conversations with leading lights in the space. You've become a leading light in the space. The big challenge remains for the population, sort of to cross that chasm for any element of sort of regular use of crypto so that it becomes mainstream, I suppose what I'm saying. I gather in what I'm hearing from you is that you see this as a bridge across that chasm for people to make it easy. Little times I sort of underlined it as I heard it, that the whole point is to make it user friendly, and which is such a sort of a stand pat type of wording. But the whole point being, it's got to be easy for people to use, otherwise they're not going to use it, and that's really what's missing in this space for the bulk of the global population using this.
You said it, Pierre. That's exactly what this is. I feel like, the timing is like the timing for this vertically integrated super app suite of products is like the AOL in terms of timing. And in terms of Swiss Key, I think we've got the Coca-Cola of branding potentially. So it's a perfect storm, and the world is there. The number of impressions that people have had around cryptocurrency, the awareness of it has never been higher. A lot of people, especially with the all the stimulus money that's flowing, it's going to lead to further devaluation of all currencies, of all fiat, central bank issued currencies. People are looking for alternatives. They're looking for ways to protect their retirement savings. They're looking for growing stores of value. And I truly believe that the principles by which many of the top cryptocurrencies are based on will be very attractive to people. And I want to be able to give them access to that so that they have full control over their crypto in an easy to use, safe, secure, and accessible function, and a radically inclusive function too. One of the challenges around the existing banking system is, from a global perspective, it is exclusive. You need permission to use the global banking system. You do not need permission to engage and be part of the cryptocurrency system. It is open. It is radically inclusive. Everybody can participate. This is the game changer of it. It has broken the monopoly on which the banks held over digital money transfer. That monopoly has been broken to the point where banks are no longer necessary. It doesn't mean they're obsolete. It means they're no longer necessary. They're not going to go away, but they're no longer necessary. We have alternatives now. And it's very exciting time to be alive in terms of this technology. And I truly believe that this is technology that can allow for civilization to rise into a golden age where we rethink a lot of the platforms and processes and structures of our system. And cryptocurrency is one component, blockchain technology is another component. There's many other different exponential technologies all coming together, which makes me highly optimistic. And I see the light and the potential. And I truly believe that we are going to realize this potential and live in a beautiful world, because we do live in a beautiful world.
So you've mentioned inclusive, and maybe we could close out on this. You are an inclusive guy. Not only do you talk about your technology as being inclusive, but you personally are an inclusive guy, and you're always open to new people and new opportunities and new engagements. So if people listening to us today, regardless of where they happen to be located, and that's the fun of today, is that we're all kind of working from home and listening from home, but our homes may be all over the place as they listen to us. But if people want to become involved in helping you in one way or the other, maybe it's buying, investing in the kit, or other ways. What would you say to the listener? What might be things that you're looking for that they can help you with?
It's every person has their own superpowers, and I want people to recognize their own superpowers. And if SwissKey looks like a project that you want to be involved in or support or be an ambassador for, we welcome you with open arms, and we respect and admire your superpowers, and would love your support and assistance. If you want to reach out to me, I'm Kyle Kemper on Twitter. I'm on LinkedIn. I'm all over the channels. It's very, very accessible. Kyle at swisskey.io is my email. If you want to message me there, we're looking for people from all different walks of life who believe in this technology or who are just learning about this technology and want to get involved. It always is a great place to start with a question. Ask me a question, and and we can begin a dialogue. As a way to go forward. As you,
Fantastic.
I am seeking investors right now. If you're interested in investing in the project, please reach out to me. We also have the kits as a way to support the project and in our realization of our purpose, which is to make cryptocurrency accessible, simple, and secure for the entire planet. The kit is for sale for $200, and will include a copy of my book, The Unified Wallet. It will include one of the Swiss key cards. It will include stickers, magnets, keys, a necklace, and it will also, once we release the upcoming ebook, there's no firm date set on that yet, but it'll include a side copy of that book as well. So that's a great way. And plus, we'll highlight your names as founding supporters, should you like, on our website and actually within the app as well.
Yeah, and you didn't mention it, but I found this kind of good. A personalized thank you note. You might say, all right, a personalized thank you note.
Oh,
What is that? And that's it's a human touch, right? But imagine if you had a personalized thank you note from Elon Musk before he became Elon Musk, or Mark Zuckerberg before he became Mark Zuckerberg, or any number of Steve Jobs for that matter, of evangelists and people that see ahead. And I see that in Kyle Kemper as he pushes SwissKey forward, and doing so in an inclusive way with the door open for input and support by others. And Kyle, thanks a lot. I know we've intruded on your day a bit because you have a young baby, and today is birthday number one. How exciting is that?
it's incredibly exciting. Birthday number one. James Sequoia is 1 year old. It's just fantastic, and we're going to be, going and spending time with the grandparents, and we're right now transitioning too. We're going to be leaving Carlsbad, and we've just actually acquired an RV from our friend Jason King, who used the same RV as part of his Blockchain Across America. He ran across America from Miami to Santa Monica. And so we have this RV that says Blockchain Across America, and we're going to customize it a little bit as well, but we'll be driving it back across America and up to Ottawa. to come deliver you your kit in person.
Good. Well, look, I'm going to be one of your subscribers for the kit for sure. But also, if you think about it, when you have some time along the route, why don't we check in with you periodically, see how you're doing, tell our listeners how things are going with Swiss Key in particular, but also how you're doing on the route along the way, some of the conversations and developments that are happening in your space.
I would love that, Pierre. That'd be fantastic.
Awesome.
We've got over 40 hours of driving ahead of us, so
In an
lot.
RV, no less. So it'll be an experience. It'll be an exciting trip. Kyle Kemper, founder of Swiss Key. Check out Swiss Key at swisskey.io. As Kyle said, very easy to engage with him via email. And I think you said Kyle at swisskey.io. Am I right with that?
Yeah, and it's Swiss_key on Twitter. Please follow us on the channels on social media as well. That's a great way to show support as well, and just to stay checked in. We'll be posting our whole journey there as well. We're on Instagram and
Awesome.
Facebook as well.
All right. Kyle, we wish you a great birthday for your son, for you and your son's mother, everybody together, grandparents. Enjoy the day, and thanks for taking a bit of it to talk with us today about Swiss Key. So thanks for that, and thank you for listening wherever you're located, however you're listening to us, whether it's on the new Amazon Alexa platform that we have just signed on to, or through Cyber FM, where they pay you in crypto to listen to us talk about crypto and wallets and blockchain and fintech, or wherever you do it. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Pierre Bourque in Ottawa, Canada. This is Blockchain Radio. And remember, you can be listening to us on the Cyber FM platform.